This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
Bring to the podium at this time, Mr. CalvIN. Now, Mr. CalvIN, would you please this evening is all about, once again, warriors in our community. But as you've heard so much through throughout this evening, it's also about economic empowerment.
Yeah.
It's about freedom. And the way we do that is ownership. Ownership. We have to stop being consumers. Mr. JarREtt is the only African American apparel manufacturer in the United States. So you know what that means? What? He's the only one in the world. Do you hear me? This is a vehicle. He has an answer. Listen. And then take action. Instead.
First of all, I would just like to say we need to stand on our feet and give this young lady a hand for bringing. Let me tell you something. For bringing two giants.
Yes.
See, I'm talking about giants. When you're talking about Dr. A.L.L. Sampson, you're talking about Craig Hodges. When you look at these pictures right here, when you just think about this man, Reverend Sampson, being with Martin Luther King, and you look at Craig Hodges, that played with the greatest basketball player that ever lived. See, I don't think people understand how powerful this is, that this sister can bring these two giants to Memphis, Tennessee to come to get an honor in a building that Reverend Sampson knows well, and in a building that Craig Hodges, while we was in the car one day in Chicago, said, man, I want to go to the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee. So, and I want Miss Johnson to understand that tonight is a big success. Ain't got nothing to do with numbers. See, in the game we in, the winners win. Because winners show up. See, understand. I'm a Chicago stepper. And trust me, I'm probably one of the 3 top steppers in America. If Marshall Johnson, Miss Johnson, had to put a flyer out, forget CalvIN JarREtt, and said Taboo was coming to Memphis, this room would be jam-packed. because we don't understand the process. But this sister right here had a vision. And it ain't easy. I need y'all to hear me on this one. It ain't easy to get Dr. Sampson and Craig Hodges to come to Memphis. These are powerful cats. I travel with them. I understand them. And I just want to take my hat out to this sister because I understand what it takes. This sister went to the National Civil Rights Museum because I'm gonna make a presentation to these brothers that really ignited this whole situation. You got to understand, in the world we live in, I'm from the projects in Chicago, and I'm a master tailor, and I own the only black-owned sports apparel manufacturing company in America. Now, let me tell you what that means. That means that if I took everybody in this room right now and told everybody in here to take their clothes, pick any piece you want to pick, include myself today, and look at your label and see where that product came from. Guaranteed, it ain't from America. Now, the reason why I do what I do, because I understand what it means to be economically inclined in America. If we don't have economics, we dead in the water. And we have to understand that B, in my room, in this room, it stands for Black Economic Empowerment. When I'm sitting in the room with Bill Clinton and them, because understand that I come from the projects in Chicago, but as the only black-owned sports apparel manufacturing company in America, I can open any door in America. It ain't a room in America that I can't get in, just because I know how to sew. See, we don't understand the magnitude of manufacturing. The only reason that they took apparel manufacturing out of this country, and Bill Clinton is proud of it, for NAFTA. See, in 1996, I did the jackets for Bill Clinton for the Democratic Convention. And it was 500 jackets that they gave us $125,000 to do. They came in Chicago. They had the convention in the black community, in the middle of the black community, in the United Center, and they got all white vendors. So they're like, man, how you gonna come on the west side of Chicago and ain't no black vendors? So guess who they called? I'm in Atlanta at the Olympics doing the jackets for the Africans. They called me. And thank God they called me, because when the bomb went off in Atlanta, the pole that they showed on the TV, I was sitting on that pole the day before. So when they called me, they said, Calvin, you got to come home. See, every time they want to bail out white America with a contract, they call me. Because first of all, they know I can produce. So they called me and they say, well, Calvin, you know, we got this contract we need you to do. You got to come to Chicago, and the convention is there, and they need to have a black vendor. So I said, okay. I'll tell you how America works. They had a guideline for you had to live in a certain district to get the contract. My business was across the street. You had to have, anytime you do something for the federal government, you got to be in the union. They took me around the corner to the printers union. Then they put $125,000 in the bank, sent me in there to get that money out of the bank. And what I try to share with people is this, and I was sharing with Craig today. I'm not stopping until we are manufacturing every uniform for the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, because I share with Craig all the time. Craig is my friend. When I met Craig, he was standing on post at the amphitheater, and I walked up to the brother and I said, brother, I got a manufacturing company, I need to make you a jacket. Now here's this brother, they world champions. He said, make me a jacket. Yep, I want to make you a jacket. Made him a jacket. He said, okay, make me a jacket. Went to gate 3.5 in my little jewels bag. Stood out there like all the other fans, because 3.5 where they bring they Benzos and they come through there, getting ready to go play the game. His truck came through, threw it in the window. He went to the locker room, got iced up, so he came back. When he came out there, Michael Jordan had my jacket on. So now that got his attention. Then he found out I made it. And I educate that brother on the process of us controlling the point of purchase. See, in any game, the first person count the money and win. So when I was looking on the computer the other day and I seen a big old sign that says, Nike just gets contract to do the NBA uniforms in 2017 for the NBA, WNBA, and the D-League. You know what that says to me? China just got the contract. Because Nike ain't nothing but a distributor. So I told Mr. Hodges, I said, Craig, because see, I understand how to shut the process down. Because them young folks in Chicago love me, because they love my product. So we're going to put our suits on, and we're going to go right on up to New York, because people don't realize Memphis is FedEx country. But the colors that FedEx got, navy blue, white, and fluorescent orange, is because of me. See, when I was 16 years old, I was working for a company that did all the uniforms for the airline. And FedEx came to Chicago, and it was cold. And they needed some coats. So I told my boss, I said, man, take that 90 patch off that man, send that thing to the people, man, and then we'll replace them later. So later when I met Fred Smith, he was telling me about his son got blue hair, he worth $1 billion, and man, why my son got blue hair? I said, Fred, I'm the one that gave you your colors. And we started talking about it. And he said, man, the only way you know that story, you was there. So at 16 years old, I learned how to fight big business. See, Speedwack was the biggest uniform manufacturer in America. And my mentor took me in the room with him to negotiate. And they got the contract. And that's when he told me, CalvIN, all contracts are fair game.
Say that again.
All contracts are fair game. So when this sister right here called me, because I know her from SteppIN, I'm going to show y'all something, how powerful this thing is. When this sister called me and must have went to this museum and saw their logo, and I'm just going to demonstrate to you to show how powerful this thing could be. Because I don't want nobody to think that because there's 20 people in the room, this thing didn't happen. See, she already won. Because she went to the National Civil Rights Museum and got me a contract to do their jackets. So now, what that's going to do for me, once I do them jackets for the National Civil Rights Museum, I'm going to send it to that jacket and that contract to every museum in America. And say, we want to do your jackets. Because what we got to understand is this. The reason why they took apparel manufacturing out of America, because it's the only manual labor job that's left. See, can't no robot make no jacket. Everything in this room, sewing machine is the most powerful machine ever made. That's why them chairs you sit in, that car you came in, these tablecloths, this rug right here, everything up in here came through a sewing machine. That's why they took it out of this country. Because if they didn't take sewing out of this country, then black people would be in the position they was in. Because they'll be working. See, you go to Walmart, they got 25,000 stores, and they got 1 million pieces of fabric, garment in every store. So that's 25 million people, pieces of garment in a store. So what we have to understand is this. If we don't build economic empowerment in America, that little young lady that was up here, she gonna have a problem. My daughter, she gonna have a problem, because at the end of the day, my mentor taught me, he said, son, let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you something that's gonna take care of you. You can do it in your basement, or you can go around and try to do big old factory, employ your people. He said, but what I'm gonna give you, you can take care of your family for the rest of your life and don't have no problem. But here's the trick. It's going to take you 25 years to do it, because your people can't help you. And he called names. He said Jesse Jackson. He said the president of the Black Bank. He said all the black businessmen, they ain't going to help you, because they don't understand the process, because they don't make nothing. So at the end of the day, as I travel around this country, and trust me, I own 250 sewing machines outright. Everything I got on this planet, I own. My house, my car, my sewing machines, because I understand ownership. So I'm going to the NBA, because at the end of the day, all contracts is fair game. So just think about a young guy that's back there. Because you got to understand, everybody ain't going to be on the floor. And I use sports because they use sports to kill our community. Man, don't nobody know nothing about nobody but LeBron James, Lil Wayne. They own nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm Nike. See, when I sit in the room with Phil Knight now, when I go to the NBA, trust me, y'all gonna see a press conference soon. Because we're gonna open these factories all over the country. Because I'm not gonna sit around and allow these young people not to have an opportunity, man. Because see, at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, when you go to a basketball game, that's why they open the doors at 5:30. Because they get that ticket money. By the time you see Craig, man, that money gone.
That's right.
Okay, now they selling you a hot dog. They selling you some beer. Y'all got to understand, man, they are absolutely using sports and entertainment to kill our community, man. And until we understand that, because this thing is serious. I've sat in rooms where they didn't offer me $20 million, $15 million. Calvin, what you want to do? Man, I'm staying broke. I tell people all the time, I'll live in a tent and eat worms before I sell out. Because I know you can drop me from anywhere out of a plane, anywhere in America. Dead broke. And I go find me a sewing machine, trust me, I'm good. Okay? So, I'm a serious brother when it comes down to what I do. Reverend A.L.L. We got a sister right here. Flew here from Kent. Walked me in the room to the Football Hall of Fame. They finna build a $469 million stadium in Canton, Ohio. And I'm sitting there with the senior vice president. All of us, we got the school people in there. Reverend A.L.L. sitting there chopping their heads off with a machete. And the white guy looked at me and said, I like Calvin. We can work with him. Because they understand the process. See, when you understand the whole process, and that's why I told Craig in his room, you look at that jersey right there, that we created. Pass me that jersey. I want to share something with you all. What people got to understand is this. I tell people all the time, if our young people had an opportunity to make a jersey that LeBron James and them was wearing on the floor, man, you think they're going to go out there shoot somebody? Nope. They're going to be at home, waiting for that game to come on TV, and say, man, I need to make sure them numbers is straight, because I put them on. See, we got to do meaningful work out here. We can't work at McDonald's. You go to McDonald's, and you give them $1, and that machine go out, man, she don't even know how much to give you. Because it's all automatic. Man, we got to get out of that. We got to teach our young people. So when I get back to Chicago, I told the president of the Chicago Retired Players Association, it's 10,000 players that don't have a jersey in the NBA. See, they ain't going to get nobody but LeBron, Kobe, Mike, Yao Ming over in China, So I just want the other ones that don't have a jersey, because they all came from somewhere. So if I make their jerseys, see, I'm going to trick them. See, you got to trick people. See, if Miss Johnson would have said, Taboo going to be there, and man, we're going to have a SteppIN party, man, it'd have been 10,000 people up there. They came from Little Rock, they came from Dallas, they came from San Antonio, half of them from Chicago that ran up here. But I love the people that's here, because it don't take but one person to make the process work. So I want us to come together and support the Foundation for Youth Development. Man, let's help this sister have a successful day, because man, it's just through her that these brothers are here, that y'all get an opportunity to hear what's getting ready to go on. Because I promise you, we're going to turn this into $1 billion company. I just got an IPO, gave it to Gloria. We're going to take this thing public, just like they do Facebook. Facebook ain't selling nothing worth $300 billion. Ain't selling nothing. Okay? Ain't selling absolutely zero. So we got to quit playing out here, because now our children's life is on the line. And I just want to take my hand off for this sister right here. And I want to make a presentation to the Reverend A.L.L. Sampson and Craig Hodges, because they are going to be the recipients of the first National Civil Rights Museum jacket that's ever been made, and it's made by a black company. Craig, you as a friend, Reverend Sampson, I just want to show y'all what we can do and what we can teach these young people how to do. Man. Miss Johnson said to me, she said, why, if you look at that jacket right there that we did for the Civil Rights Museum, she said, why, if Martin Luther King got assassinated in this building, because I shared with her that the white man, the logo on the NBA uniform is JarREtt West. She said, so is that Martin Luther King? He said, why is a white man pushing through the bricks of the National Civil Rights Museum? So I said, sister, that's what I'm going to do for you. Because I own my own company, and I got the machines that can do anything I want them to do, I'm going to create one for you with a black man pushing out. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's what we can do when we control the point of purchase. So Reverend Sampson told me that when they were marching, the sign said, I am a man. So I custom made his jacket with I am a man on the sleeve. And he also told me that he was ordained by Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. So I made sure that that was on his jacket too, because I don't want it to be no mistake about who these people are. You understand what I'm saying? Because anytime you go into a white establishment, I wouldn't care if it's McDonald's, Burger King, if Ray Kroc come back right now walking in McDonald's, he gonna know who worked there, because they gonna have on a uniform. You understand what I'm saying? So, when Reverend Sampson walk, he ain't got to tell nobody he was ordained by Martin Luther King. He ain't got to tell nobody he was holding the I am a man sign. Only thing he got to do is walk in the room with his jacket on. So, I just want you to understand that this sister here, listen to me. Listen to me. I want y'all to hear this clear. Because we going to hit every museum in America. Because we going to manufacture every jacket that a museum sells in this country. Based on what Miss Johnson had a vision about. We're going to deliver the jackets to the nibble black company. See, King can respect this. Because this thing is about economic development. So let's support this sister. Where's your, you got a box over there? I need everybody to go over to that box because this was a free event. And I need everybody to just show generosity. Give her a donation so she can get this program started. We're going to come to Memphis. We're going to create some jobs. And we're going to make some things happen here. I just want to thank you, brothers, man, for doing what y'all do. Thank you, Ms. Johnson.